where do we go from here? With all this volatility, where are we going? Let's ask Tom Lee. He is FundStrat's managing partner, head of research, also a CNBC contributor with me here at Post 9. Thank you for being here. So, Liberation Day didn't go as you thought, and you apologized publicly for that, which I think a lot of people appreciated. You're always a stand-up person about that. What now? Where are we going?
Well, I think a couple of things that we're thinking about is we know markets have gotten very pessimistic. They've priced in a 60% probability of a recession. And if tariff negotiations de-escalate, then the probability isn't that high. So I think that there's still a big window for markets to have a large rebound, but it's really the path of this de-escalation.
Are we in a bear market? I mean, we're in a bear market, right? I mean, it almost doesn't matter, textbook, whether you say we are or not. It's like so many stocks got just absolutely destroyed before this uncertainty happened in the market.
Yes. I mean, if we define a bear market as stocks feel like a grind or you're losing money, I'd say it really started in December because markets were churning even through the February high. But if I was to define a bear market as unleashing a type of financial tightening that leads to a recession, we're not at that criteria yet. But I think it feels like a bear market for the average person.
Are we supposed to buy into that or just stay cautious and on the sidelines, don't do anything, sit on our hands? I don't think people know what to do. And I'm not just talking in the CEO suites because they obviously don't know what to do. How can you? So what is the investor supposed to do? Yeah,
I mean, I think there's sort of two brains people are fighting. One is the tactical brain, which is, look, they want to know if this is a bottom, and they want to be convinced of it by seeing stocks rally on bad news. But if someone had the investor hat on, and, that's the long-term brain, I have a lot of confidence the U.S. companies are going to navigate through this treachery. Stocks are hugely oversold because you never really lose money buying the VIX at 50 or when the percentage of stocks above the 200-day drops to 15. Those are almost guarantees of positive 1-year, 3-year, 5-year returns. So it depends which brain you're wearing today, but I'd say the majority of our clients are trying to be tactical.
I hear views of, well, it's really hard to get uber bearish now because a headline at any moment, as I said in the open here, the market is waiting so hard for some bit of good news that if you're on the wrong side of that, you get a day like you had on Wednesday.
Yes. I mean, if I was to oversimplify the framing of this, U.S. and China have absurd levels of reciprocal tariffs at the moment. And if you believe those are in place, then the global economy is in trouble and you should be bearish. But if this is a matter of who makes the overture first or blinks, but we know it de-escalates, then I think the downside has it comes off dramatically, and I think stocks can actually do really well into the rest of the year.
So you'd be a buyer right now?
Yes, and with the apology that, of course, I didn't think Liberation Day was going to be this draconian, but yes, I would be buying stocks today.
What would you buy?
Well, one of the things we did for our clients last night is to look at what's called Walter Deemer calls sold-out stocks, which is worse than oversold. Sold-out stocks don't go down because there's a lot of bad news priced in. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stocks that didn't make new lows on Tuesday, April 8th. They made their lows a month ago, and they had lower volume on April 8th. Those are what I'd call washed-out stocks. A group that I think is washed out is the Mag 7. So I'd look at Mag 7 as a place to really expect a rebound, including stocks like Tesla.
Okay.
불어나라 내 money